Hello Scorpio, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. Wow, you got boundaries. That just fell right out. So please keep in mind that I don't work with any spirit guides. This is all based and coming through my higher intuitive self. I do only channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel at the end of this reading for any type of advice that they can give to you regarding your situation. It's very dark. It's a very dark situation. These cards are very dark. Healing. Somebody needs to heal. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could be a situationship. It could also be that you've just simply exchanged glances. Holy moly. Scorpio. Yeah, this is a really tough reading. Because of the type of cards these are, they don't necessarily have to be the other person's feelings. They can actually also be yours. You both may be mirroring each other because of the intensity of the cards. So yes, this could be your feelings and emotions. It could also be the cross-watchers. But there are, oh my God, such intense feelings here. We have boundaries, then we have challenge, cycles, healing, centering, wild woman, grief, awakening, and then we have beauty under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Scorpio, I do feel that in this connection, I don't know who you are anymore. We don't know each other anymore. There's been so many boundaries. This is not helping our situation. The boundaries are so vast that it's as if in my heart it was like a lifetime ago when I saw you last. Even if we are close, there still feels the strange kind of distance, emotionally, spiritually, and physical distance. And this is now an extreme challenge for me. This is very challenging because it's something I don't want. I don't want to have this distance. I want to be close to you, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. But this is a challenge. This is now a solution. It just can't be found. A riddle that can't be solved. I'm obsessing over what has happened and over the things that should have happened the other way, but they never did. In my mind, the situation between us just goes around in a cycle, back and forth, back and forth. All I do is ponder, think of this. Nothing goes beyond that. I do feel that it's important for me, and I have this desire to heal. I want to heal. I know what I've done, and I know it's wrong. And so I've turned into a hermit, and I have blocked myself from the world. Self-isolation, I have retreated, taken back and thinking all of the things that I've done to you, why I did them. Who am I and why do I act like this? I'm not proud of what has happened. And this is why I need my distance, to understand myself, who I really am. I also feel that in this connection, there's this beautiful sense of centering. You make me feel very grounded, very much balanced, like the yin and the yang. If I'm the moon, you are the sun. We come and go, we dance in perfect harmony. But I was not truthful. There has been deceit and lies in this connection. This deception. I thought I could get away with it. I thought I could be sneaky, but it didn't work out. Instead now, I just sit and I grieve. I worry about certain things that have happened. I regret many things that I have said and done, and even the things that I never said that I should have, the things that I never did that I should have done. I feel like you were the light in my sky and now you're fading forever, and I will be left in a world of darkness with no light to follow. I feel grief, sadness, and melancholy, remorse, regret. I don't like what I did, even though I did it. I don't like what I did. And I've come to this awakening now. This is something that I've come to realize. I'm seeing things through your perspective now. I'm seeing things through your eyes. And it is very fascinating. You are very beautiful, very handsome. There's certain things about you that are just so simple, and you make me see who I truly am. You're beautiful not only just on the outside, but on the inside as well. Your personality, your charm, your charisma, your talents, everything about you is very beautiful. All right, Scorpio. A lot is going on. Let me know about these boundaries, guys. Let me know about the challenges in the comments below. Let me know if this person actually deceived you. If they told you lies, or if they were supposed to say, for example, 5 sentences and they left out 2, which you don't know won't hurt you. You see, sometimes that part of the omission, the omitting something, that could be crucial as well. Does that mean that they have lied to you because they, oh, you failed to remind me of this, or you failed to say this to me, but you said this. Why did you forget that? The person didn't forget it. They did it on purpose. They didn't tell you certain pieces of information deliberately because they didn't want you to know about certain sneaky things that they were doing. This is a person, I'm sorry, that has sneaky behavior. And that's just the way this individual is. But do they feel remorse and regret? Do they feel guilty for what they did? Yes, they do. And that is absolutely important. I've done many readings where sometimes people will do this and they won't even feel any type of remorse or regret. And people will still want to chase them and be with them and marry them or live with them. But it's important to have that aspect where they've actually regretted their behavior. Why? Because then they will not repeat it. Most likely they won't repeat it. Because they've already felt this terrible feeling of grief because they were lying. And if they forget all of this, then they'll just repeat it again. And they will be the ones who are going to keep getting heartache. This is why this person's healing right now, because they know what they did to somebody so beautiful. All right. Let me know in the comments below, how did this resonate, if it did. And like I said, it was a very strong message, and this could be literally vice versa. Both of you could be going through this, or maybe just one party. Okay, let's just do that again. So this is the Lover's Path Tarot. All right. This is the Lover's Path Tarot. I'm going to have a look at what it is that happened in the first place in this connection. Something that may have happened that has caused the problem in the first place. So we have here balance, and we have the Queen of Coins. Let's have a look. All right. So we have balance. This talks about harmony, self-control, equilibrium. Now, earlier in the connection, it talks about integration and moderation, balance between opposites, the union of the conscious and the unconscious aspects of the psyche. When things started to go sour and go downhill for the both of you in this connection, the reason why it happened was because this individual started to feel an imbalance in this connection, and that started to make them feel very uncomfortable. The word discomfort is here. Inability to find peace within or with others, and a lack of inspiration. This is it. Inability to find peace within themselves or others. This is why they've turned into that healing card that was right here earlier. This is why they're feeling that they need to heal, that they need to be a hermit. Why? Because, like the card says here, inability to find peace within themselves or with others. So they have to know, who are they? They need to find peace within themselves first, and only then will they be able to move forward and have a healthy and happy relationship with somebody else. Here we also have Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins here does talk about how in the beginning there may have been a sense of fertility, having prosperity, peace, and harmony, wanting to be a parent, being very loyal, having a lot of warmth and affection and love in the beginning. But then things changed. There started to be this kind of behavior, this show-off behavior, the need to ground oneself. Remember I just said centering, grounding, feeling grounded. The need to ground oneself, an over-materialistic orientation to life, disappointments in the home. So two things here, an over-materialistic orientation to life. So this individual was very much, they started to become very materialistic. A lot about money, a lot about showing off, a lot about I have to behave like this or act like this or dress like this in order for such and such society or person to think of me in a higher way, in a higher level, on a higher level. It's not good, because if that's not you, then you're just literally emptying your pockets, because it's over materialistic. Materialistic is money. Either spending too much money on looking great, and then just not having any money anymore. Here, with this card, it does talk about an over-materialistic orientation to life. So it could also be that this person started to behave in a way where they only, I mean, this is a very rare kind of situation, but there's some people who only want to see their partner in their best clothes, the best hairdo, the makeup. When you wake up in the morning, the best breath, right? This is the kind of thing that this particular individual started to desire. Why? Because they were being influenced by other people or the media or some things that they've just been watching, just looking, and they think, oh, this is the way life is supposed to be. But that's not life. That's make-believe. Real life is when you're with your partner and you have to take care of them when they're sick, when they're vomiting, when they can't walk. That's real life, right? You clean their face. That's what you do. That's life. So this person, I'm sorry to say, no. They were becoming very over materialistic. You don't want to be with somebody like that. Not all of you. Some of you might, actually. There's some people that love, you know, like the beautiful people, exceptionally beautiful, larger than life people that are like, for example, in Las Vegas or Hollywood, you know, plastic surgeons that have completely outdone themselves and made people look completely different. The human Barbie doll, for example. So there are people that do like that type of individual. What I see here is, unfortunately, this person started to become somehow materialistic. They were not very grounded anymore. It's like they were just living in a fantasy land, you know, where this is the way things are. And it's not. I'm sorry, that's not. This is why this person is where they are now. Seriously. They have to grow up. I'm sorry, but life happens. Shit happens. People have to go through a lot. Materialistic is fine to some degree. You're a certain age group, that's fine. But when you get older, everything is real. You know, life is real. This is what I'm seeing with this card. It's not good because I don't like it, because before there was a balance and then there was this lack of balance. And then there's this desire to have more materialistic imagery in front of this individual. It's like if you're dating, for example, if you're dating a guy, and I'm not dissing on guys right now, but if you're dating a guy might particularly want somebody who is just like, you know, always in makeup, always in her best clothes, always smelling great, her hair has to always be done, her nails have to be done. It makes an impression on people. But there's some guys that literally want to be with specifically a girl like that, and he will disrespect her if she's not dressed like that or if she doesn't behave like that. His behavior will change towards her. So that imbalance that was once balanced will become out of balance. And it's because the balance of this person's mind changed. They started to become more materialistic. Oh dear, dear, dear. It could also simply be just shopping. A whole lot of shopping. And spending money and wearing clothes that just make you feel great. But to show off, I'm literally getting right now, and I'm taking much longer on this little section here. I'm seeing a vision right now where somebody has moved in and they want to make an impression on the neighbors, and they're trying to get the best type of items for the home. The best. That is such like a feminine thing to do. But some men do it too. The dishware set. The china has to be really pretty for the neighbors when they come over and eat food. This is really weird. It's a tiny example, okay? But this is something that's happening. Over materialistic views can work sometimes, but not all the time. Really depends. Are you able to afford it? Right? It's all a matter of affording it and being able to live with it. You might have like wanted to get Botox on your lips and you got it, but then after like a year or two, you're like, you know what, I don't like this anymore. So what's going to happen, right? Things change. People's opinions change. Sorry I took so long on that one. People are going to say, oh, you talk too much. Well, you can fast forward to further down into the video. I do provide advice. That's why people come to me. So this is where I'm going with that. So we have here Six of Swords, the Emperor. And we have, oh my good God, what the hell is going on, Scorpio? Wow. Hello. Oh, somebody here is showing off, guys, in front of other people. There's other people involved here too. For some of you, you might literally be like, well, for some of you might be getting married to somebody or involved in a situation where your family needs to look like this because the other family is like down here. So you have to look higher than this family. So you have to like buy all these things. But you don't care. You don't want to do that. But outsiders are saying for you to be somebody different. They're influencing somebody around you. You have external influences here. All of you, whoever you are, you're all having external influences here, whether people are spreading rumors or there's jealousy or there's arguments and fights. But the balance between the both of you is being ruined because of external forces. That's how the people. Okay, let's move forward. These cards are not exactly the best. They're not the worst either, but it's just a whole lot of thought, a lot of thinking. We have here the Six of Swords. This person really is sick and tired of what has happened. They just literally want to move on, onto calmer waters. They don't want to be in this situation anymore. Then we also have the Emperor. This person does feel that they want to give you something solid, a nice promise. The only problem with this card is sometimes a person might be a little too dominating for you. They may be a little like, it's my way or the highway, this is the way I think, and this is the way everybody should think. That type of behavior. Now, also it's a very masculine alpha kind of personality, which is great, that's fine. The only thing is that if you're not like that, this is going to be too much for you to handle, this particular individual. Now, how are they viewing you? The Queen of Swords, yikes. It's not like you have always been like this. But because of what they did to you, they feel that they have turned you into a Queen of Swords. A cold-hearted bitch. Nobody's going to mess with you because they're too afraid to mess with you. They're too afraid to approach you. They feel that you might just chop them off. They're worried. They don't like the fact that you have a sword. Your tongue is very sharp. I'm getting the words. Words come out of your mouth and actually affects this person. Some of you, a small portion of you. 7% of you, which is literally a tiny portion. Whoever's watching, I guess, it's from that percentage. Now, we also have here the Page of Swords. Interesting, it's a page. On one hand, we have a friggin' emperor, and on the other hand, this person's a page. Why the page? This person is, they have lost. So, on the outside, with the rest of the world, they are an emperor. With you, they are a page. Because they don't have the courage, the self-esteem anymore to reach out to you and be the way that they'd like to be. They are very, very scared of you now. They're nervous around you, nervousness. And with the Page of Swords, it does talk about how this individual may be spying on you from afar. They are maybe looking at social media. If you're not on social media, they could be looking or asking your friends or your relatives, you know, how are you doing? Who are you with these days? What are you up to? But either way, they don't want to let you go. They're like literally sitting on the back benches and just staring at you, observing you from far away. And they only do this because they have a crush on you. They really do want you. With the Emperor card, however, they don't have the courage or the guts. They have that attitude. But the courage and the guts here are behind the scenes. So do they want you? Absolutely yes. But they are extremely afraid of reaching out to you, especially with the Queen of Swords. If you think this person is hesitating and if you think there are boundaries and there are challenges, why are they there? Because they feel that they've hurt you so much that it is hard for them. So sorry. They feel that they've hurt you so much that it is hard for them to reach out to you now because they're afraid not only of rejection, but afraid to face you for what they did to you, which is exactly why they're trying to heal. They need to be a hermit for a while. We also have here under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, 5 of Wands. So yes, it does appear that there are other people involved here, other influences, other factors. Between yourself or other people, there may be disagreements, distrust. There's also irrational behavior. Oh, I'm getting irrational behavior. Some people have not behaved rationally. Whatever it is, there's other people involved here. If you are able to, and you think that they're really a bad influence, it's time for you to start keeping your distance from such people. Some of you may be actually stuck with, like, living with certain people. You may be living with a certain number of people that you don't get along with, or they think that they have like their best interest at heart for you. And so they just try to give you their advice, but it's not the advice that you actually really need. It's turning out that it's not in your favor because all of that ended up making you very, not you, but the other person, very materialistic. And oh my goodness, it's the outside influence, guys. Let me know in the comments below if there's outside influence. It could be one person, it could be many people. It could be a friend, family member, it could be just a society around an individual. But here, there's definitely hesitation because of what somebody has said and what they're doing. This person needs to think on their own. They need to live their life by themselves, with themselves, for themselves. They have to do that. They're living their life for other people. They're living in a way where they satisfy everybody. They don't want to upset anybody, so they try to satisfy everybody. The problem is, what about the partner then? That person gets hurt the most because this individual is trying to please everybody else. And it could simply be because of traditional values. It could be because of traditional values, the way people see them. They have a certain standard, set of principles, and they want to follow that. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. So, within the next few months, communicate. Okay, so this is for both of you guys, right? Within the next few months could be any amount of months from now until next year. But, few months, I've seen, my angel guide has told me that if somebody doesn't call you back in 6 months, or not 6, but 5 months, if they don't reach out to you, it's time for you to move on. So if somebody ghosted you, and if you've been waiting for them, just leave the limit at 5 months. After that, you do what you need to do and move on. Here they are saying, within the next few months, there is going to be communication, and they are telling you to communicate clearly. So it is important to communicate clearly. This is you basically creating a plan for yourself, writing 4 or 5 points, 3 or 4, or 4 or 5, maximum 4, I would say. And keep those points concise. What is it that you want to say to this person? I've mentioned this many times in many of my readings, but obviously there's new people, all of you guys, so I'm saying this to you. Try to keep any messages, any text messages, for example, try to keep them short. If you write too much in an email or a text message, people get lost in the details, especially the masculine energy, and masculines also in females too. But people get lost in all of the details. There's just so many points. And so one day when you're discussing it, the person just doesn't know what your point was. So you might as well just keep it short. Try to remember certain things that you wanted to say, that you want to get off your chest. Write it down, memorize it. The day that you get a chance to talk to this person, you will be prepared. And you just tell them. Or you text them. Or you email them. Try to be very concise with the words. Try to be very gentle. Always show the positive side. People like being around people who are positive. Even if there's negative words, you can still always put a positive spin to this. Use the I feel method. There's a thing online. You can read about that. I feel such and such. I feel this. I feel that. If you say I feel, then there's actually no, I guess you can say, there's no hostility. There's no feelings of aggression at that point where you're saying, well, I feel like this. You know, if you say something else, like, I think you should do this, that's not going to work. Here we also have, yes, get more information. There you have it. Yes. Go online, have a look at the type of situation that you're in, if it's related to lack of communication or whatever has happened, dealing with other people, somebody who might be a shopaholic, over materialistic, whatever the case is, there's a lack of information that you have right now, and the angels are saying that it's important for you to get more information. That's the only reason this card came up. It's because you need more information because there's a lack of information. So once you get more information, you'll be able to be better. It's like you'll have your tools, how to do whatever it is that you want to do with this person, however you want to deal with them. But you can only do it if you get more information. This could be literally books, online, blogs, a friend, family member, talk to somebody. Information can come from anywhere. Even YouTube videos related to relationships. There's many of them out there. Some of the, honestly, I'm starting to do like relationship videos now on my other channel, Asnointia Audio. So you guys could also just see those too. They might be helpful. We have here, get more information, and then we have forgiveness. So forgiveness is key in this connection. It is very important to forgive. How do you forgive somebody that's hurt you so much? Either you don't, but it's best to do it. The only way I do it, and the only way I've seen it works, is to have literally compassion for the person, to feel sorry for the person, to understand that they just didn't know any better. That's how duh they are. Like, it's not like you're making fun of them, but it's the only way you can actually forgive somebody, to have compassion and to just know, you know what? They just don't know any better. Their brain is like the size of a pea. That's it. Here we also have, with forgiveness, it's important to do that because you will have a negative energy bubble around you that's very much like a grudge. And this can increase over time. It's a negative energy. So it's, in addition to all the other negative energies you will have this particular piece. And it's just weighing you down because you keep thinking about it, ever so often when the situation arises. It's something that bothers you. But if you release it, then you will be able to focus on other things as well. Here we also have listen to your intuition. So definitely start paying attention to your inner voice, your heart, your mind, the way you feel, right from your gut. Listen to your intuition. Try to avoid listening to other people, the people that are causing problems. And they want you to remain positive. Stay in a positive state of mind. Be in a positive environment. If you know that there's some people that are very negative, stay away from them. Those people are not for you. They're not resonating with you. They are in a very dark and gray frequency. You want to be above the clouds and the sunshine. So be that. I also have here with the Remain Positive card, you can remain positive if you get rid of negative energy. I have something called the Holy Light package, and it helps you get rid of negative energy from your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. And once you do it, you have it forever. You can always get rid of any type of extra negative energies that might be around you in your home, because they do come back, different types, different varieties, due to certain circumstances that we go through. Here we also have Ask Your Angels under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. So get more information, right? You have here Get More Information. You also have here Ask Your Angels. So you can get your information also by asking your angels. The angels are here to help us. They work with us. They work for us as well. We give them the most highest level of respect, but people are not actually supposed to worship angels. They're not gods. That's the difference. They're just a different type of being that was created by the source. So the way you can communicate with angels, they need permission, however, to help you. They do need permission to help you. Because they do have will, but it's to a certain degree. Now, we have here, Ask Your Angels. You can call upon Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel through the power of Jesus, or Ishu, I call him. And he originates from the source, the light. That's Jehovah, Allah God. I know because God has told me, because I have conversations with him. He told me that actually the source, Allah, Jehovah, it's all one. So when I say that, it's not a bad thing. A lot of people might be like, oh, you're trying to convert us. No, I'm not. You can just press the X on this video and you can shut it off. There's some people that have actually said that I'm trying to convert you. I'm not converting anybody. That's up to you. You have will. You have freedom right now. This is just the way I communicate with angels, because I deal with them all the time, day and night. So you can ask your angels. So the angels need permission, but it's also good to have permission from God to release the angels to you, so that they work for him, right? So they work for him. It's like it's a hierarchy. They work for him. They might be busy, but they're omnipresent. They can be. And so once you get that permission, it's just in your heart. You just say this in your heart, or you say it out loud. But always remember to say, pure white light, or the angels of God, the angels in heaven. Heaven is a different dimension. So when you do, ask your angels what it is that you want. Tell them your problem. You can literally just say it out loud. And they are there. They do listen. And they will start to create little instances or little events in your life that you may notice. What is that? When you see signs and synchronicities, you'll see numbers. The weirdest phenomena. You guys have probably gone through that. You'll see numbers, repetitive numbers, 222, 1111, 111, those type of things. That's just the universe now aligning certain things that you desired. And so it's a message that, yes, we're working on it. We're going to get you there. Don't worry. That is a confirmation for you. But even if you do ask your angels, you literally might hear a voice in your head giving you an answer for something that you had a question for. I did, and I do get answers in my head. All the like 7 angels, mostly the 3 or 4. There's different sections in my head that they talk in, and now I can recognize who's who. It's the strangest thing in my existence of my life. And I will make a video on that one day, because it's a really strange situation. But it's really interesting. That's the only way I can differentiate all of them, because there's different angles and where they talk. It's really interesting though, but it's like a Wi-Fi connection I've mentioned before. If you have a stronger Wi-Fi connection, you have the upload and the download much more stronger, right? It's just like faith. If you have more faith in it, things will change for you. However, you also have to not have negative energy around you, because by remaining positive, you need to keep away the negative energy so that the positive energy can stay. If you have negative energy around, they will be as obstacles. Negative energies are literally demons, evil spirits, jinns, those type of things. They create blockages in your life, which is to remain and keep positivity around, but they don't like that. They keep it away from you. But if you get rid of negative energy, then positivity will stay. That's when you receive a lot of good information, and you receive all of your manifestation that you want to do. It'll happen. You can't manifest something if you have negative energy around. It'll never come to you. It's like a road, and it's blocked by big rocks and boulders. But once you get rid of that, your manifestation road, that journey, will be very easy for you to receive whatever it is that you want. The key is to get rid of negative energies around you. And that unfortunately also means people. You have people that are influencing you, your partner, making your life hell. I'm sorry, you're going to have to somehow figure out a way to move out of that environment. Because even if you buy or place an order for the Holy Light package, that's a self-help guide for you to get rid of negative energy. Even if you do that, but you still live in a toxic environment, you'll still feel the same. So you do have to keep your distance from those type of people who you feel are negative. Because I do see in this reading, Scorpio, there was just so much interference. It's ridiculous. A lot of people are interfering. There's a lot of feelings of not really being yourself anymore, but trying to please others. You are almost, I feel like you're going to go back to the basics. This other person, however, they have to kind of adjust and change and experience a few more things in life before they start to see things differently, just like you do. Scorpio, that is your reading. That's one heck of a reading. That was very long right in the end. Usually never go that long. All right. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity, some guidance. I only do it because I care, guys. All right, I only talk because I actually give a damn. I gotta wake up early for my work tomorrow. But I wanted to get this done. There's so many of you, and I do feel that, I mean, you guys wrote many times that I've helped you, so why not, right? I also wanted to announce that finally, I've been reciting this thing for so long, I finally was able to upload my videos on my other channel, Asnointia Audio. So one video is called What Not to Do When a Man Ghosts You. Another video is called Why Women Ghost You. So this is just brought to you by popular demand, by certain people who have asked this, and so hopefully it'll provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your own situation, and that's on my other channel, Asnointia Audio. I have many other videos there now, and if you have any suggestions, you can definitely put them in the comments in that particular video or on that channel. The ones over here, there's like thousands of comments, so I can't really go through all of them, even though I try. But if you really are interested in some type of video, feel free to write in the comments on the other channel, and then I will see what I can do. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.